This racist segment has been brought to you by
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I bet you this is going to pick up that kid upstairs. Walking around. That's closer to you than me. Yeah, it was.
Shut up. Okay.
All right, here we go.
We are
Okay.
back. Okay.
You never knew we were gone.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Okay.
seem awfully dark for some reason.
Other
What is
than
it?
I had a bad day.
No,
Oh.
I mean from the light.
Oh, I don't know. It could be just
Okay.
the shirt, the color of the shirt. I'm
I
not
don't
too
know.
sure.
Anyway, here we are.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost the end of January, but Happy New Year. Yeah.
We took a break. We told you we were going to take a break, and we did.
We are good on our word.
We followed through.
Yep. So we are back. I will confess. So if this is your first time watching CaNews, thank you very much. We are two Canadian comedian journalists who aren't really journalists or comedians, but this is YouTube, so whatever.
Do what we want.
I show up with a bunch of stories. Brad shows up with a bunch of stories, and neither of us know what the other brought. And if we happen to come on the same story, that's great. We just collaborate.
Yep.
Otherwise, we commentate on each other's things. I will confess.
Oh.
I think most of my stuff is pretty much fluff.
Okay.
We sometimes dive into some stuff.
Yeah.
Today, I got nothing but fluff.
Actually, you know what? I think I've got a primarily fluff-filled.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
All right. We'll start the
pamphlet as
year
well.
off this way then.
It's January 20th today. We are recording.
Yep, it sure is.
Check, we'll check,
Absolutely
and
right.
verify.
Checked on my little laptop here. Do you want to check on your thing as well? Oh, I thought you picked up your papers.
Yeah. No, I gotta watch. I gotta watch.
Damn it.
Yeah.
So my first one, I'll
Okay.
just go right ahead.
Yeah,
We'll
do
get
it.
right into it.
Do
Why
it.
not? And apparently this is going around. I didn't realize when I was looking this up
Hmm.
that this was going to be a thing, but apparently it is. But you maybe have seen this. The world's cutest dog has died of a broken heart.
What?
Have you seen the headline?
No, I haven't.
I think they might be playing on it a little bit. The dog was 12. But the world's cutest dog dies of a broken heart. I couldn't resist the title.
Yes.
The headline because of course that's heartbreaking.
Yes.
And I will show you this dog.
Okay.
Just so you can see the actual dog. And this is Brad's first reaction to seeing the dog.
Oh my god. Is that when he died? Like that's got to be an early shot. That's how old is the dog in that picture?
Oh, I don't know. It's from an Instagram.
Oh.
His name is Boo. He had 16 million followers on Instagram.
Wow.
He had a best friend.
Wow.
Speaking of dogs, get out of here. Obi,
You're not as cute.
you're not nowhere
Yeah.
near as cute, but you are at his age.
Yeah.
Yep, you're the same age as him.
TikTok.
So he had this best friend named
Human or dog?
Buddy. That's what it was. Dog.
Okay.
And this dog had 16 million followers on Instagram. They're very adorable. I will
big.
confess. It met the likes of Anderson Cooper and Seth Rogen. This
Yeah.
dog was very famous. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And passed away. And so now the couple who was running the Instagram is out a dog, unfortunately. So
yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do next.
They need a new breed winner. Breadwinner?
That's actually a pretty good joke.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't pass that by. I was going to do a headlines I couldn't skip
Yeah.
portion of the show.
I love it.
And this ended up being I just went down a rabbit hole,
Yeah.
and the rest are pretty much from there.
That's great.
I
That's
couldn't
great.
stop clicking and clicking. I was like, oh no.
Yeah. That's how the internet gets you.
That's how they get you. So I just wanted to point out that it's very sad. It caught my attention, and I'm sorry that the dog died.
Oh yeah, that is
Yeah.
sad. That is an adorable dog.
That is an adorable dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I need to rethink my life. Just look at it's so cute.
And that's that.
Oh, that's his friend.
So that's Boo, the Pomeranian, and
Yeah.
his best pal Buddy. So Buddy died about a year ago,
Rest in peace.
and Boo hung on for about a year, and then died of a broken heart.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part. They died
so
within a
sorry.
year of each other.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
so sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, there you are.
Oh well.
I mean, come
that is
on,
Nice.
that's,
yeah.
you can't resist. That's just
Yeah.
absolutely adorable.
That is nice.
Right?
That segues nicely into
There's
story.
Anderson Cooper
Yeah.
and Boo.
Aw. Oh, getting
And-
scratches.
and the other one,
Lots
Buddy.
of scratches.
Yeah.
So speaking of having a lot of followers on Instagram,
We don't.
yeah, that's right. But we're getting there, little incremental marks. But you know who has a lot?
Two people named Mark, it means.
That's Thank you, Marks.
And Mark.
Yeah. Quay, who is Serena Williams' daughter's doll. This was posted, according to the New York Post, Quay, the black doll of Williams' daughter, Olympia, who's only one, already has amassed 86,000 followers on Instagram.
So the kid's doll has its own channel.
The doll has its own channel. Yep.
She set the doll up in like positions and like, hey, here I am at the park.
Funny you should say that.
Yeah.
So in the recent, I think it was the Australian Open, which Williams just competed in. I think that might be actually still happening this weekend.
She'll probably win.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
The odds are good that she'll win and crush her opponents. They had Quay set up kind of like in the cheering position while Serena was serving. And
it says touchdown. And
Yeah.
Serena's like, no, wrong sport.
That's wrong.
Bad child.
Yeah.
Bad Quay.
Unfollow. Yeah. It's been getting a lot of reviews and people are really enjoying the threads of, and so you can follow if you're interested in following Quay. She's at, I'm assuming it's a female doll. I don't know.
I could look it up.
Yeah, but so she's at the Real Quay Instagram. Or just at Real Quay, and Quay is spelled Qai.
Well, you can't have a Q without a U after.
Breaking all the rules.
I learned that in kindergarten.
Yep.
Not kindergarten. That would have been pretty complicated in kindergarten.
Yeah. Montessori kindergarten.
I learned it in kindergarten.
But here's my question is, so she's the Real Quay. How many other Quay dolls out there with Instagram accounts?
The fake Quays.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably a lot.
Trying to dive onto that Quay fame.
You ain't Quay.
Yeah, you Quay if you think you're Quay.
I feel bad I didn't. Can I quickly say their thing?
Yeah.
I actually trailed
Buddies,
off.
yeah.
It trails off there.
Booze,
So Buddy and Boo are unfortunately passed away, but you can still go onto their account. Buddy Boo Waggy Tails. Literally how it sounds.
Even their name is adorable.
It is adorable. So the next thing that I saw in this report, it was on CTV News, just in case you're wondering.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out where it goes.
Yeah.
So the next thing, this is actually American news, but here we are, we're in the winter, there's a lot of cold snaps going on, especially down in the States. I think they actually have a threat going on of a lot of cold stuff, and of course Donald Trump tweeted, hey, a little bit of that climate change would be nice about now. He doesn't understand the difference between weather and climate. If you don't, please look it up. There's a big difference between it. Just trust me. So there's a family in Kentucky, stop me if you know where I'm
No, I don't.
Okay, so his family in Kentucky decided to build a snowman, as you do in the wintertime.
Yes.
And they decided as a base that they're going to build it around this tree trunk stump in their yard, which is about 3-4 feet high. So they packed the snow around it and then made the snowman up.
Yeah.
And then some jackass tried to drive over the snowman.
That's amazing.
So the guy comes up and he discovers, the hell is this tire tracks in my yard? Thank goodness we're on video now.
Wow, look at
So
that.
imagine you made a snowman, and then you see someone at some point tried to drive over your snowman and got instant karma.
That is
Smashing
comeuppance.
directly. They don't know who did it. They haven't found out anything at all, but they could clearly, just from the image and the picture that they saw, that's just my coffee maker. Everything's okay. That someone tried to plow through their snowman, which even if they tried to do that, the base of this snowman is probably like 6-7 feet around. Like it's really
a big, yeah,
it's a big snowman.
At least 7
look
feet
at that.
tall. Yeah, that's right.
Like, that's a huge snowman.
Sure.
If you want to see the picture, I can do
Yeah.
this even more. I'm so glad we're on video now.
Yeah, right.
So there's real people next to it. You
I
can
don't
see
have
the
to do
base of that
anything.
snowman.
Yeah.
Even if there wasn't a tree trunk there, wouldn't your car?
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't be able to get through that
Especially
anyway.
if it's been like frozen for a little bit. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
gonna do some damage to your car.
Either way, this idiot tried to drive
I'm
through
surprised
the snowman.
there's not like an impression of his license plate or their license plate across the
Out of
in the
time.
snow. Yeah, no doubt.
The thing that really flagged this in my head was
Yeah.
when we, you didn't live there with us, but the rest of the comedy group
Yes.
lived at the house. We built a snowman on Graham's car that looked like
did it hit?
It had hit Graham's car.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And Graham came home drunk one night and got, who put this on my car? And he smashed my snowman. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, hey, that reminds me of that story.
You should send it to him.
I will. Anyway, karma goes around.
There you go. Funny you should speak about going down the rabbit hole of the internet, because I think so many of us spend our time and fall victim to that. Yeah. So this is starts with a story, and then we go the story about the story. So McDonald's has recently been denied their claim for copyright against the Big Mac, or
Oh, yeah.
copyright of the Big Mac. You heard about
I
this?
saw the headline, but I don't know anything else about it.
Yeah. So they recently filed for copyright infringement. I'm not too sure of the exact term, but a landmark ruling in the United Kingdom, or the European nation rather. They decided that Big Mac could not stop the fast food chain Super Mac from using the term Super Mac. So it's the European Union Intellectual Property Office, or EURIPO for short.
That's how I'll say it from now on.
Yeah, that's right. So this was definitely a win for the underdog, because McDonald's is, like a lot of big companies, very litigious. They don't want anybody. In fact, McDonald's will stop anybody using anything with Mick in the...
That's what I was going to ask. So
Yep.
what was the issue here? The word Mac?
The
portion of the word Mac?
Big, I guess so, yeah, Mac.
Or
yeah.
is there actually a sandwich at Super Mac called Big Mac?
No, although Super Mac does have what they call a snack box, and McDonald's trademarked the snack box, even though they don't sell a snack box, just to stop Super Mac from having that ability, because Super Mac does have a snack box. So it's simply they're trying to stop them from expanding into Ireland and other parts of the European Union, and so this was, I guess, them kind of recognizing that McDonald's is going just a little too far, and they just put the brakes on them a little bit. There's no legal precedent for this at all. In fact, all of the experts who reviewed this case, they're saying this is going to get overturned immediately.
Yeah.
Like, this is so... Even McDonald's own lawyers said... where is it? A McDonald's spokesman said in an email, McDonald's owns full and enforceable trademark rights to the mark Big Mac throughout Europe, and they will be appealing the decision, and they're confident it will be overturned very quickly. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, when you go against McDonald's, you're
going
to make headlines for one thing.
That's right. Well, in Super Mac, I mean, they were pleased. As I said, they are very much an underdog compared to McDonald's. But McDonald's has stopped other... I mean, this makes sense. McDental. Somebody tried to patent McDental. They squashed that. Mac Coffee was an actual company out of the Philippines that tried to expand, and they squashed... Or Singapore, rather, and they squashed that as well. So here's the story behind the story, Joe.
I like
So
this.
I type in... I'm like, okay, I want to find out more about this McDonald's story. So I type in McDonald's denied claim. And this is what I got. So I'm just going to read you some of the headlines that came up about McDonald's. So this is on Google. So McDonald's denies claims that they underfill French fry orders. And this was a complaint that they were actually pinching the sides of the boxes so that the boxes looked smaller, and therefore they wouldn't have to put as many French fries in them. Yeah, so that was one.
But once it leaves the hands of the person putting the fries in it, doesn't the box pop and then the fries go blunk?
I suppose.
And
I don't know.
the customer goes, whoop?
Yeah,
And then they go,
yeah. Well, they were pinching.
Oh, the
them.
drive-through doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's already in the bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought you were going to say they weren't even putting the fries in the bag.
Oh.
And then you drive away and you're like,
Oh, I know.
what the heck, no fries?
I always check my order. Yep. So McDonald's accused of favoring foreign workers. That was one. Man attacks McDonald's arches after cheeseburger order denied. McDonald's Malaysia.
Can I get a cheeseburger? No.
Yeah. Tried tomorrow. McDonald's Malaysia denies claims of funding Israel. McDonald's denies... Yeah, they were accused of just giving Israel money. I don't know why that would be a problem, but yeah. McDonald's denies fat-shaming teenager who ordered 6 cheeseburgers. And finally, that was it. Yeah. Oh, and here's some related searches. How to sue McDonald's and win was the first one to come
nice.
up. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, then et cetera, et cetera.
So how do you sue McDonald's and win?
I never clicked on it.
I'm gonna Google that.
Yeah, right. It's the first one that comes up. So yeah.
Wow, crazy.
That's
I
right.
know McDonald's is very litigious, and you can't have anything with Mick or even Mac
Yeah.
in front of the name to describe. First one to label it as the noun, but it also implies, because McDonald's is so embedded in our brains,
Yes.
that it implies that it's a quick service, no matter what it is, right? So McCoffee,
right.
Mick, anything. I mean,
Yeah.
give me a word, and it's Mick anything,
Yeah.
Mick construction.
Yeah.
Right, it sounds like you're quick,
Yeah.
right? Because of McDonald's,
Yeah.
because they made that synonymous, that Mick synonymous with speed. Anything with Mick in front of it is their essential, not their brand, but their service promise, or I can't think of the word, but you know what I mean. Like it's their marketing concept, their intellectual property, that having that quick service labeled as mix something is theirs.
Yeah.
So you cannot have anything out globally.
I mean, personally, I don't know why you would want to have the Mick or the Mac prefix. I mean, for me, McDonald's, when I think about McDonald's, I'm like, hey, Mick, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but you'll be left feeling empty and regretful for the rest of the afternoon.
True,
like,
but it's also quick and cheap.
So quick and cheap.
That's the premise we want to piggyback off.
Fair enough.
So somewhere, this isn't related, but it just popped into my head as I read the headline here. Somewhere towards Iceland, there's an island where... McIsland, where, now I don't even know what the topic is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But there's a little bit of island where Canada and some other country, I want to say it is Iceland, keep claiming the island for themselves.
Oh, Denmark, I think, or, Which
is it?
Yeah.
It's between here and Iceland.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
And they keep swapping, like Canadians will go on there and they'll claim it for themselves and they'll put a bottle of whiskey on there, whatever the Canadian whiskey is, Crown Royal, I think. And then they'll leave.
Isn't it Canadian Club?
It's a Canadian club. Yeah, it's a Canadian club, I think. And then the other country, Iceland, say, we'll come along, and they'll claim for themselves, and they'll leave behind another gift. It's not alcohol.
Okay.
I can't remember what it is. But and they just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Oh.
It's like this dumb little thing
Interesting.
that we're wasting our tax money on.
Yeah.
Essentially. Sorry, my dogs are acting crazy. I don't know what they're doing.
That's right.
But so that just reminded me. So there is there's a moose... There's a giant moose statue in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan.
I heard about this. Yeah.
And there's also a giant moose statue in Norway.
Yeah.
And there's a fight going on about who has the title of the world's largest moose. Yeah. So feel free to cut in as I go through here.
Okay.
So thank you to CTV again for this article. Again, I went down a rabbit hole. So a Norway town's deputy mayor has told the mayor of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan...
It's got moose in the name already.
Right? We have to have it.
Yeah.
Canada's been in the news a lot lately.
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of attention.
Hey, look at us.
And it's not good. It's always negative stuff.
15 minutes.
China. A Norway town's deputy mayor, first off, the deputy mayor, the mayor's not getting involved in this,
couldn't bother to send him an email,
has told the mayor of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, that she will do whatever is necessary to prevent Canada from reclaiming the title of having the world's largest moose sculpture. Wow. Moose Jaw Mayor Fraser Tolmie and the deputy mayor of Store Eldvald, Linda Holtness Henriksen, face off as to which town will have the largest moose sculpture in the world. The fight heated up after city officials in Store Eldval, Norway, posted a series of videos gently mocking Moose Jaw's attempt to outdo their giant elk. They thought it was funny to poke the bear.
Wow.
As they say.
Poke the moose.
Poke the moose. So they just couldn't get along, and it's down to the few inches. So they're going back and forth now, and the artists are involved, the original creators, and they're talking about all these ridiculous things like creating the antlers to be larger, or putting a hat on top of the moose to make it taller and thus larger. So there's this big fight going on. I'll try to keep you posted on how things turn out.
Gosh.
But it's really important. There's a GoFundMe campaign underway with the goal of raising $50,000 for reconstruction costs. I think that's for the Canadian one. If Moose Jaw is successful in making their moose larger, Store Eldval's deputy mayor said it wouldn't matter in the long run. The artist that made this one in Norway has been in touch to try and figure out ways to make an even bigger moose that's twice the size.
Oh, gosh.
So really, even if we put a hat on it, we're still screwed. Isn't that tense?
That is wow.
This is what's news in Canada.
Like, I'm gobsmacked. I just
love that they're spending time on it. Right?
I wish I was a taxpayer in that town. Being like, hey, can we fix the hospital that's broken? Maybe
I already answered that question. Yes, I think you had a question about the moose. Yes.
Oh, I did. Yeah. How about a big tall hat?
Oh yeah. Funded.
Oh, jeepers. Well, I'm rooting for Canada.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I think we should. I think we deserve
Throw a hat
it.
on that.
I think the city's. I don't know. Actually, maybe I should look up what the city name is. So the city Store Eldval. I doubt it means moose.
Right, and
whereas
yet we're
Moose
called
Jaw is literally the jaw of a moose. Right?
I think roughly translated means the jaw of a moose.
I think so.
Yeah.
So anyway, go Canada.
Okay. Woo woo. Moose.
Go ahead, Brad.
All right.
I'm going to look up the meaning of Store Eldval.
So speaking of competitions, and Jeff, this is a story just for you because
excellent.
I know how much you love competition, and I know how much you love the Church, Catholic, that is.
Here we go.
So the Vatican announced last week that they are launching a city-state national track and field team. So the group.
Who? Where? What? Sorry, say again.
Yeah, now he pays attention.
I'm trying to look up Star Oldville meeting.
So the Vatican City is gonna have. They're gonna enter
Oh man, what?
Yeah, they're gonna enter a national track team.
Where'd they get the funding?
16 members. They've got a lot of money.
I
They're
was joking.
They're doing okay. Yeah,
They
yeah.
have all the world's money.
They pretty much, yeah. So, team president Father Meclor Joseph Sanchez de Taco El Almada. Yeah, good luck
What's his
getting.
last name?
Good luck getting that on the back of a jersey. He's the head of the Vatican Sports Department in the Culture Ministry. He told Runner's World, this is where the story's from, that the members age from 18 to 62. There's about 60 of them so far. They vary in professions within the Vatican. Now, this is something that was totally new to me. I didn't realize that Vatican City, of course, this may seem obvious, but it's got all of the departments of a regular city.
Yeah.
So it's got a fire crew, it's got police,
It's run as an
Swiss
independent
Guard.
city, yep.
It's its own thing. So that was interesting to me. So there's all types that are going to be involved in this team. So there's a nun. Just one, 3 or 4 clergy members, and the rest are lay people. So already just throwing their hierarchy on it.
I don't like the phrase lay people in Catholic Church.
Yeah, people of which we like to lay. Yeah. These lay people
come on.
include those who work for Vatican Radio, the newspaper, fire department, as I said, Vatican Archives, and the Swiss Guard. Which I guess you got to be in shape.
And who are
to
they?
get
They're entering the world stage in this, or are they where's the competition?
That's right. So they're realizing. Sanchez realizes that it's going to be a few years to build up, the quality of the group and whatnot. So he's not thinking Olympic gold quite yet. Although they do hope to enter into the Olympics to have the Vatican flag walking into.
And the Vatican does need more gold.
I just want to know, when you look at two corrupt bodies, you have the IOC and then the Vatican, is that two magnets coming together and
they're gonna get in there and win gold year one, perform horribly, and you're gonna be watching going, there's something.
What's Russia gonna do?
How are they running that well in that robe?
Yeah.
And they're still gonna get gold.
I'm so excited for this.
You get this company with corrupt.
fantastic.
They're both. What am I talking about? They're
I
both
know.
corrupt. Forget it. You know what? I see why you're pointing out why this is for me. That's very frustrating.
So right now they're starting small, Jeff. They don't want to bite off more than they can
They're
chew.
just taking it real step by step, I'm sure. They got no backhanded plans whatsoever.
So they're going to compete in small international competitions like the European Small State Games, and also where there's smaller countries similar to them like Malta, San Marino, and Monaco. They want a chance to compete in the Olympics.
So hockey is really big in Canada, but America has a heck of a lot more money to put towards everything, and America has all the best players and best teams.
Yeah.
Because they have all the money to put in front of everything and to pay the best players.
Yeah.
Enter the Vatican.
Right. Yeah. ... Gold.
How much
gold,
more money do you
gold.
possibly need to stack that deck?
Unless
the Pope is playing or is the coach, how can it
Oh,
possibly go?
how
Can you imagine
rad was that be?
That'd be awesome.
Oh man,
That'd be great.
The flag bearer, he just got the flag stuck to the top of the Pope mobile as
That
he
would be
drives
great.
in.
I'd watch that.
Hey.
Or if they played in Pope mobiles and were like Rocket League and they just had to kick the ball around.
This is going to be fantastic, whatever it ends up being.
I love
Anyway.
it. I am trying to find the meaning of Stor Eldval in Norway, and I can't find the meaning of the word. That it was a municipality back since 1838, so it's quite old. So granted, I don't know how old Moose Jaw is, but I still think we should get the title of largest moose.
Sure.
Anyway,
I'm going to get rid of that light next episode. We have shiny noses.
I just have a shiny nose. Oh, underneath.
Yeah. Shiny noses.
Scary. Scary story. I don't know if you saw this. Speaking of Dublin, we are doing great with segues
We
today.
are. We are
doing
killing
really
it.
good.
Killing it.
Speaking of Dublin, earlier, man hospitalized in Dublin after injecting himself with own semen to cure back pain. Did you see this?
No. Visually see it? No, thank God.
Well, you can visually see it in a sec because I have
okay.
the link to this
Oh,
one
God.
too.
Oh.
So this was all over social media and stuff as well. So what happened
There's
is
a lot of steps there.
some people have, and this is what I suspected, some people have injected semen into themselves as a suicide attempt.
How? What?
This guy did it over a period of 8 or 18 months. I'll read it in a second.
Sorry. Back up. How is injecting yourself with semen possibly going to kill you?
Right?
This is a thing that people think will work?
I think so, yes.
What?
So people have done it in the past to try to commit suicide.
I mean, I've injected myself with semen unexpected.
You've injected semen before.
Yeah. So continue.
So what I've got here is I have the actual doctoral report of this event from the Adelaide and Meath Hospital in Tullout, Dublin.
They released that?
This is the actual report, yes.
So much
from the overseeing doctor. So I'm going to go through the entire report.
Okay.
And some of it does repeat itself because it has to say case study this, blah, blah, and then it
Yeah.
gives a summary. So I'm going to repeat myself a couple of
Okay.
times.
Okay.
So cut in when you feel like it. So
You just don't want to do the summary?
I can give you the summary.
Okay.
Okay.
But if it doesn't give all the details, then you whatever you got planned. Go ahead.
Okay, I got to go through the whole thing though.
Okay.
Okay, let me give you the. I don't know where to start.
Neither do I. I have no
Okay.
idea. I mean, there's a lot.
First off, I have to
going
give you the official title of the documentation.
Thank
and
you.
kudos to Dr. L. Dunn for the title here.
Well done.
And you can read it here as well in the bold.
Yes.
Seemingly harmless back pain. Seemingly, in quotation
Yeah,
marks.
he just bent over his computer.
Kudos, doctor.
Sounds
Seemingly
great.
harmless back pain, an unusual presentation of a subcutaneous abscess is the full title of the paper.
Was colon involved? Oh, that's an actual colon.
Colon was
Yeah,
an actual
okay.
colon, yeah,
Okay.
sorry. We report with review of the literature the case of a patient who developed a subcutaneous abscess, on his arm by the way, after intravenously injecting his own semen in an attempt to treat long-standing back pain. He had devised this cure independent of medical advice.
Okay, so he put it in his arm to treat his back. Already we're off to a good start here.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Methods. A review of Embase, which is an online doctor whatever
Resource,
forum.
sure.
PubMed, same thing.
Yeah.
Google Scholar, same thing. And wider internet was conducted with an emphasis on parenteral semen for the treatment of back pain and other medical and non-uses.
So this is the patient doing
This
this
is the patient
research.
doing
Okay.
this. So he went online, essentially is what they're saying.
Okay.
Results. There were no other reported cases of intravenous semen injection found across the medical literature. A broader search of internet sites and forums found no documentation of semen injection for back pain treatment or otherwise.
Conclusion? I'm going ahead.
Conclusion. Well, suicide attempt by intravenous injection of harmful substances is well described.
Harmful substances, yes. Semen is not
suicide
a harmful. Well, I guess if you're trying not to get pregnant, it's harmful.
Oh, maybe I misread that earlier then. Okay, let me go through.
Sure.
So, conclusion. It actually is the conclusion here.
Yep.
Well, suicide attempt by intravenous injection of harmful substances is well described. This unique case demonstrates risks involved with innovative treatments prior to clinical research in the form of phased trials inclusive of safety and efficacy assessments. Meaning he just went ahead and did it.
Yes.
Introduction. We report with review of the literature the case of a patient who developed a subcutaneous abscess after intravenously injecting his own semen in an attempt to treat long-standing back pain. He had devised the cure independent of medical advice. This is the first reported case of semen
injection for use as a medical treatment. Hey, well, there's a thing. There you go. Okay, so that was the introduction. Okay. Moving right along then. The case report. Okay. A 33-year-old male was seen complaining of severe sudden onset lower back pain. He reported lifting heavy metal objects 3 days prior, and his symptoms had progressed ever since. This gentleman had a history of chronic low back pain with neurology. Thorough physical examination of the upper and lower limbs revealed an erythematous, papule with a central focus on the medial aspect of his right upper limb. His ASEA score for neurology was normal and non-contributory. I don't know what that means. I did look it up, but I can't remember now. Oh wait, I put it down here.
Let me just go to the discussion.
Sure.
I'll save you some time.
Okay. I got a lot more mime in me.
Although there is a report of the effects of subcutaneous semen injection into rats and rabbits, there were no cases of intravenous semen injection into humans found across all literature. A search of more eclectic internet sites, if you know what I mean, and forums found no other documentation of semen injection for back pain or other uses. Attempts at intravenous and arterial injection of harmful substances such as mercury, gasoline, charcoal lighter, fluid, hydrochloric acid, and hydrocarbon 2-7 are well described. And are generally carried out in attempted suicide, as opposed to the case detailed above, in which the patient was aiming to relieve physical discomfort. The dangers of venipuncture when carried out by the untrained layperson,
Okay. Yep.
are highlighted, as well as the vascular and soft tissue hazards surrounding the attempted injection of substances not intended for intravenous use. Semen. The case also demonstrates the risks involved with medical experimentation prior to extensive clinical research in the form of phased trials, inclusive of safety and efficacy assessments. don't try to speed things along by just
No.
figuring, let's see what this does.
No. A lot of big words in there.
There is a lot of big
Yeah.
words because that's the actual thing. So
Oh,
this
so
is the first
this is
case
the
of its kind.
Picture. Oh God. Okay.
There's his arm,
Oh.
and there's his X-ray of his arm. I believe you can see the pouch there.
Wait. So he injected like, that's like an infection pus or like packet. Like he didn't inject like a rubber thing of like semen.
He injected semen into his veins.
Yes.
As well as his muscle tissue. It seems the muscle tissue one is what caused the abscess. But he did it for a very long time, apparently.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
I'm sad for this person.
Yeah.
I hope.
Sorry, I had to cut some things out for time, and I'm sure Brad will cut out even more.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Just like there's so many disconnects with that. I feel like there's some cognitive stuff happening with that individual. Does that person? Oh, you said Ireland. Yeah, not Florida.
No,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Florida. He's still alive.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I have no segue from that, Jeff. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm totally baffled. I was gobsmacked before. I'm even gobber-smacked now. That's.
I mean,
Oh gosh.
what is semen?
flummoxed.
Is semen like the last?
Exacerbated.
Is semen the last thing that like maybe there's some magical medical properties, and this guy was like thinking like I'm gonna be the one to discover that semen relieves chronic pain.
Perhaps. I guess there could have been a scientific.
There's no documentation that he documented at all.
Yeah,
Aside
so-
from his reviews, like,
That's
I
right.
went online, doctor. That's his.
I guess that's something. Like he did review medical, information on the internet, which is all known to be very official
That's
and,
right,
and peer reviewed.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he saw he had cancer for
Yes,
sure.
yeah.
Back pain, cancer.
I know that doctors love it when you come in and you reference material that you've
Yes.
researched online. They're
Oh,
thrilled. In fact, if you can come up with a lot of information, they
Yeah.
really appreciate it. They're
Bring
like, oh,
papers."
you've done all the hard work for me. Why did you even come in? Yeah. That's right.
Semen, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, looks good to me.
Never heard of this, but sure, let's go with it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move right into my last story here, and this is about a Canadian poker player. Lots of sports stories. Scott
nice.
Wellenbach. He just won $890,000 on January 16th. Yeah, no small chunk of change. Thank you very much. And he's giving it away.
What? Why?
Yeah, that's right, because that's the kind of guy that Scott is.
No.
Scott has been playing poker since he was, in his early teens. Actually, according to him, when he was like 8 or 9, and he used to watch the lifeguards on the beach play, and they're like, yeah, come hang out. And that's where his love of poker first started. He started playing in high school, then university, and he calls himself an amateur player, but he's been playing since then for about 60 years, he figures.
So he must have won a huge potluck prior to this. Why is he giving it away?
He's won a few, yeah. He's a retired, actually he's not a retired. He works as a translator, and he translates Buddhist documents into other language. So he takes it from Sanskrit and transfers it to Tibetan. I think I have that right. So that's his job.
He takes it from one language no one knows into another language no one knows?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Tibetan is, I thought Sanskrit was a dead language, but maybe, it is. That's why he's translating it out of Sanskrit. Yeah. So he does that. But yeah, he's given a bunch of money away. Apparently, he's given into the hundreds of thousands of dollars away over the years. He won $92,000 a couple years ago down in the Bahamas. Oh, this recent tournament, sorry there, Jeff, was in the Bahamas. But yeah, he's played all over the world, in Vegas, you name it. And he's given to such charities as Oxfam, Doctors Without Borders,
Cockfights-a-rama.
Buddy Day Scholarship, which is in Halifax. He likes to promote charities that empower women, that empower groups that educate young women. And most of his money has gone towards Buddhist charities because he has a particular affiliation for those. So yeah, anyway, that's that. Way to go, Scott Wellenbach.
Good for him.
Shout out to
Wow.
you, man, Canadian.
I'm glad you followed up, and his money's going to worthwhile causes. I was concerned
Yeah.
when you hear these stories, people are giving their money away.
He's giving it to the wall. It's all going to the
Yeah,
wall.
it's very often a story of they give it somewhere to someone as a fuck you to someone else.
Oh,
That's a lot of
interesting.
what I hear. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that he's parsing it out to good causes.
Yeah, I mean, if he gave away, half of it, whatever, but he made a deal with the poker gods, as he called it, at the table. He says, if I win here today, no matter what, I'll give it away. That's the deal. And he says, I keep on winning, so I'm going to keep that thing going.
So a Buddhist monk made a deal with various gods.
Yes.
Okay,
The irony is
that's fine.
thick. Yeah.
You mentioned Halifax, of course.
Yeah.
Home to the largest fax machine in the world.
The Halifax.
That's
how
right.
it got its
That's
name.
right.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Literally the size of a giant.
Fredericton.
Yes.
Fredericton.
Yeah.
The largest man named Fred
Yes.
weighs a ton.
That's right.
And he has a big dick. Frederick Dick Ton.
Fredericton.
Anyway.
Should we do
I'm-
more?
I'm
Moose Jaw is actually named for a moose.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm
Yeah.
done.
I'm done too.
Okay, great.
That's an episode, everybody.
Thank you very much. You can follow us at Instagram
Yep.
at CaNews Podcast, Facebook at CaNews Podcast. We don't have a website, but everything else is at CaNews Podcast.
Who needs a website these days when you have Mark Zuckerberg?
The heck?
Oh, it's my garburator.
Oh, good job. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, follow us on all the handles, and we're going to be back in 2 weeks with more news and takes thereof.
Yep, we're bi-weekly.
We are.
Wow. The daycare downstairs actually says, oh, you got a little thing in your
thanks.
your mustache.
It's not a hair.
Oh, it's like food. It's like molasses. What is it?
Oh,
Oh, it's from your pizza.
It could have. Oh, maybe. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just here. You can wipe it off.
Sure. Because there's on the top of the pizza box.
that's
There's
right.
some
It's barbecue sauce.
barbecue sauce. There you go. All right. All right.
We're off to a good
It's
start.
okay. I've known you a long time.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's your paper covering the light from down here.
Oh yeah. Okay. So all over here.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Here we go.
There we go. We're back.
It's still there. It's-
Oh.
Just couldn't you just lick your mouth?
We're.
I go like that. Like,
I can't even see it.
I wonder if this makes it into the episode.
Okay. There we go.